What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another video. We're going to check out Vechain, a crypto OG. We can see we are ranked 32 at the moment amongst other cryptocurrencies. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, subscribe. This will also allow you to enter my $200 giveaway of my favorite project, Lucky Block. So let's have a look at what's going on today with cryptocurrency. We've also got some funny tweets based around this project as well, so stick to the end. I'll try and get through it all very quickly. What's happened is Vechain is up 1.63% against Bitcoin, up 5% against Ethereum. You can see we've got a $2 billion market cap. So this is definitely an altcoin to keep your eye on over the next few months and years. I do see it potentially becoming a top 20 project. You can see year to date we have corrected down from these higher levels at 0.09 all the way down to 0.027. So we are starting to look a bit undervalued at the moment, in my humble opinion, for this project. We can see lots of crypto today is also in the red, as we do get that rejection after that euphoric bounce that we had recently, which may have just been a very short-term relief bounce. What's happening with Bitcoin? We can see we're potentially forming a double top position here, as you can see illustrated on the chart. We're getting that swing high, swing low to the neckline, swing high to the resistance, and then a potential swing low formation to this neckline, where personally at 21k I think I'll be going long and maybe putting in a trade at this level as a bit of a contrarian. If we do break that support, we can come down to like 20k and maybe even lower. So anyway guys, let's crack on. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Thank you very much. So dev chart, what's going on? We can see we got a pretty funny tweet over here. Lol, reminds me of those 2018 partnership announcements. We see this pump right here. We had a massive green candle today, like for no reason. And yeah, we can see this was obviously bullish. People got excited. And we can see Vechain, Amazon Web Services, has become a technical partner. Show this thread. Ah, the good old days when we used to think fundamentals meant something. The days when we thought all of this world would be revolutionary and something more than JPEGs, rugs, and scammy borrowing lending platforms. How young and naive we all were. So this is quite hilarious. To summarize, they use Amazon Cloud to store data. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think maybe this is fake stuff, but they are just getting ripped at the moment. So we can see another one from Smolting, Wazzy Verse. Served with the caveat that Vechain has been sus with partnerships before, as we can see here. Vechain, Amazon Web Services, has become a technical partner. And then we see here, Vechain signs a working agreement with McDonald's. McDonald's response. McDonald's has not entered into cooperation partnership with Vechain Foundation. The company is only using our burgers to feed their staff. So this is pretty hilarious stuff. I think it's obviously fake, but you could probably see why, you know, this sort of news has come about. So yeah, I definitely don't think it's real, obviously, but it's just an absolute joke, and I find it funny anyway. And there's another one. Shit, we've gone full circle. Amazon pumps in the house, and we see right here up to 0.029. Just when we had that tweet, Amazon Web Services has become a technical partner. So it's giving vibes of this sort of thing, which is pretty hilarious. It just shows how the smallest bit of news can move a project like this. Obviously, fundamentals mean so much. So here's what's going on with the Vechain price today. It looks like we are on a bit of an ascending channel or rising wedge, more so because the lines are converging. And yeah, that's what I'm looking at the moment, and that's that pump we just saw from those tweets up to that 0.029 level. So we lost it, we're back into the rising wedge, and of course this is a key level of resistance around here at this 0.026 level, which we flipped back into support. We came down, swing low to 0.026, which is a good thing, because that means we came down on our fib levels to about 0.382, where we could potentially consolidate at this level now. If we look at the daily time frame, we are extremely undervalued compared to where we were a long time ago. You can see all-time high way up here at 0.27, so we're still looking at beyond a 90% correction, but we're waiting for a bigger breakout. We need more of a breakout than this. The last time we had a swing low and we had like major extreme fear and were oversold on the RSI for this project was over here in May. But really, I'm looking for another pump to around the 0.065 levels, though I think it's going to take a lot of price catalyst to get this thing moving right now. We lost this symmetrical triangle here on the 7th of June. That was around when we had the Bitcoin cross the 200-week moving average. We also had the Terra Luna FUD and crash too, which was very deleterious to the whole of the altcoin, space. So really, I think that cryptocurrency right now, there's not really many factors going on that are wanting to create a bull market. There's too many macroeconomical factors suppressing a bull market, right? But we can identify that we are looking pretty undervalued, especially when you go to the weekly time frame. You see the RSIs are all the way down at like 34. You can see we're severely undervalued, and we came all the way back to prices that we saw for Vechain in January 2021, prior to the main crypto bull run itself. So that's what gets me excited. Last time we did put through a massive swing low, there was potential yield of around 131%. So far from this bottom, we've only actually seen a very small 43%. So if we can break out this rising wedge, the first level I'm looking for of resistance is to break through is around about this 0.033 level, meaning from the current prices, I'd like to see a 23% pump where we are right now. And then of course the macro target is going to be coming up to this diagonal resistance over here, which would mean effectively breaking out, retesting this as a support level, and then, you know, seeing continuation. We won't just go straight up, but we might come back to the resistance trend line here at like $0.05 or something like that. Vechain in the future, what do I think can happen? Well, if we look at the market cap for Vechain, it's $2 billion. We can still easily see a 10x for this project, quite easily. That would take us back to 27 cents. Even a 20x is still very, very possible for this project. If we look at, like, for example, the bear phase when we were in July 2020, we use our fib extension tool over here. We can see, you know, we were smashed through the 4.236 over here. If we look at the current swing high that we've got from the market cycle, of course the diminishing returns happens every single cycle now, but if we came up to even the 1.618, that would take us to $0.43 Vechain. That's through a very long crypto winter and, you know, phase of accumulation and supply, which will of course take a long time to break out of. So I'm still feeling very bullish. Daily time frame and the Bollinger Bands, we are currently sitting at the top, so usually that does mean that we can start considering a short position. We are putting through the first red candle here for Vechain as well, but Bollinger Bands is telling us that we're right at the top, so we need to see a bit of consolidation here in order to move forward. We are looking good above that 20-day moving average as well, and as far as volume goes, we're not really getting much volume, so this is another thing to also consider. 4-hour time frame, let's check for bearish divergences. Prices come up, RSIs come down, so we're looking good. There's no bearish divergence here, but we are underneath that 20-day moving average, as we can see on the Bollinger Band, coming just to the bottom of the ribbon itself. So we might see some continuation to the downside here. It's quite hard to say. We are getting that rollover at the moment, just like we did here on the 21st of July. But ideally, I think, you know, if your vision is long term, Vechain is certainly a good one to add to the bags long term. So yeah, that's about a wrap really. I think we need to break out of this rising wedge at the 0.029 level, target the 0.033, and then see if we can break out through that resistance right there. So very keen to see what happened to Vechain. If you like this video, do slap the subscribe button. I appreciate it so much. Like, comment, get yourself down into the Discord, the Telegram, get yourself down into all of the social channels below, and also enter the giveaways because it's free potential money you could be earning during this very boring, very boring, shall we say, bear market. So yeah, I do appreciate it. It's probably a wrap. Stay safe. See you soon.